Kaboom! And now we're recording. We're gonna be recording the end, hopefully, of this game. We're gonna be finishing up Ninja Gaiden Sigma.
Have fun.
Oh my god, Aaron, are you not staying?
No, I'm gonna pop in the chat though, so I can know if you need me.
No, okay, well. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being around, my buddy.
I had to come give smoothies.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn up the volume there just in case anybody does end up joining. Might just be me for a bit. I'll try to hold conversation with you as much as I can, chat, but for the most part, you're almost finished with Vestige of a Fucus episode 55. Oh, heck! Well, that's real cool. But I'm also gonna... I also gotta try to... where is it? Do this whole thing. We also finally got all the Scarabs last time, for those who remember. We got the lightsaber, so we got this now. Y'all ready to play with it? Let's try to do this thing! Here we go! How dare you? I wish this game had some kind of lock-on. Given the type of game it is, I feel like I wouldn't use the lock-on all that much, but I still wish it was there! You do a lot of great work on and off stream, so do what you gotta do to keep being happy. Well, thank you, that's very kind. I try not to take too many breaks, because I want to keep the lights on and keep everything going, but yeah, stopping to play games like this sometimes is real nice. Such a satisfying sound, yeah man! I'm so happy with the lightsaber. No, I forgot about you and your heckin' voice acting. Okay. Like, that sounds like someone online. That sounds like someone in, like, the early 2000s who was like, I'm gonna VA this demon! And they didn't really know anything about delivery or talking in the proper way. Ugh. And they just were like, you know what? I don't need to have a low-pitched voice to do this. I'll just go into Audacity, and I'm just gonna lower my voice a little bit. I'll just pitch it down. It's fine. That's what the professionals do. Ugh. Oh, fucking screen. Alright. Hey, Dennis, how you doing? Alright, get back over here. Yep. There we go. Lightsaber's also, I think, kind of more powerful than the regular sword. Goodness. With your wibbly-wobbly tentacly wannakies. No! Okay. Well, I am not doing good right there, just right out the gate. Oh my lord! Okay, got you. And bam. Didn't know I'd be streaming today? Yeah, well my streams are always unpredictable. I just do them whenever I feel like doing them. I'm always doing something else. That's why I like giving everybody else the opportunity to do, like, their own stuff. Give me that. Yeah. I like creating a chance for everybody to hang out because we're all so busy, but unfortunately, I don't create much of a chance for myself. Give me that. There we go! Gotcha! Right? I agree, Arcane. Absolutely. Big boy didn't drop anything, did he? No.
You're not as weak as I thought.
Alright. Laugh at me. So, in case anybody out there is interested in hearing about it and didn't see it on Twitter, this month, I've talked about it on the streams. This month we're doing a subscription drive, where roughly about every 100 subs we get, there's going to be a reward, which as of release now is a bunch of minor Magecraft subclasses being released, which are a bunch of subclasses that all work together. If they multi-class in a really interesting way, they have features that are designed to do so. Oh, he giggles when he's going to throw his second thing. I see. Come here. Dodge. Yeah. How often do I stream? Only kept doing starting with a DMC game than Vestige. Well, we have streams going on here every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then Thursday we play either DMS or we play Princes. Friday there's normally nothing. And then Saturdays... I remember, you're actually super easy. And then Fridays, nothing, and then Saturdays we do Vestige, and then Sundays is usually nothing. Oh god! Ah! Oh, jeez! Let me go! Yeah, basically we stream every day that is not... Forgot about actually dodging. Okay. I personally only really stream the D&d stuff. I normally don't get time to stream on my own, but I've been playing Ninja Gaiden, and that's been cool. There we go! Get out of here, you! Alright. You don't drop any healing or anything, do you? No. Alright. But yeah, we're doing the sub stuff if you guys want to help out with that. The rewards are at 100, 200, 300, 400, 475, 550, 600, and then 700. It's all a bunch of stuff I've been working on for a few months that's eventually going to get released in the Type Moon stuff. That I'm really proud of, and I want to release all together. But if you guys want to... Oh, hey! I didn't know you had a grab move! But if you guys want to help support it now, then that would help us out. Oh, okay, you can go ahead and stop that, friend. Ow. Come on. Ugh. Oh, thanks for the subs. Kaggy. That fool. Now he's subbed. Be taking that. I hate this guy. Okay. Come on. I was here, boys. Hello? No, I don't think anybody's logged in. Come on. You are a butthole. Weirdly, the voice actor for his yells and his battle foley does not sound like the same VA that's doing his actual voice. It sounds way better. I guess it's possible they just have a lot of filters and whatnot going on over it, but it legitimately doesn't sound like the same guy. Okay, you just cost me a bunch of hits, friend. Not very... Oh, I see. I don't want to use my last one. Well, there it goes. It's all fucking... If I win this, it's gonna be very close. this rate, I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to win this. There I go. All right! Forgot about those. Should have just doing this from the start. Ow. Gotcha! Nightly Dragon, thank you very much! Oh, I am not a heckin' cutie. How dare you? Oh my goodness, why is that something like that? Oh, come on. Come on. No. Nom. Oh, didn't realize it took me to a different arena. Big old patootie, how dare you? I didn't realize it took me through 2 different arenas. They didn't look different enough for me to really register. Okay. Huh? I think that's basically all my items. So if it takes me straight to the end of the game with no Muramasa statue, I may have to backtrack a bit. Which is fine if I do. If I have to backtrack, that's... DHX. Alright. Gotcha. How many of you guys out there are familiar with Ninja Gaiden? Your first time catching me? Path of Hayabusa? Hey man, that's what the Sword Saint's about. Who knows? Although to be fair, I feel like the Path of the Ghost largely already works for that. They're very similar in that it would just be a lot of katana stuff with a few extra weapons involved. Yes, it is it's a fuck you player game. Absolutely, 100%. Alright, down we go. I hate it when it switches to the pre-rendered FMV cutscenes, because they just look so much worse. Hup! Oh, I was expecting a land, and I did not get a land! Ryu kind of fits with Yamato. Yeah, I mean, you could flavor... A lot of D&D is optics, right? A lot of it is how you imagine it to work. That's why you don't need a... You don't need a different subclass to make everything you ever want to function. You just need to have a vivid enough imagination to make things work. Because a lot of it is just how you describe it. God, that looks so bad. I mean, I love the remaster so much. But that was bad. Oh, Nathan, I'm really happy. We've been having a lot of fun with it. And we're getting into the stuff now where the party's getting into, like, Tier 2 gameplay, so they're starting to, on top of the already existing fun mechanics that, you know, DMS has introduced, they're getting into, like, having extra attack and whatnot, so I'm really excited about what they could start to do. I'm really excited about the accelerated leveling that we're doing as well, because it means we're going to get into really high-end stuff relatively quick. Oh yes! Why is this man blue? Okay. This man is blue because he's been cursed to become a fiend, is why. Well, you play him when I can, my friend, because I am unfortunately cursed to never have enough time to actually play all the stuff I make. So you do it for me. You have a lot of health. Okay. If I lose this, I'm immediately gonna go and restock on healing items, because clearly I'm gonna need them. Oh my god, am I ever gonna need them? My god, it does barely anything. There's no, like, specific place to hit that does more, either. Come on. Come on. Bring your arm back here. Uh-oh. What are you doing? Okay, immediately I'm doing better. These things are the real pain, though. Managing to avoid its attacks? That's not the hardest thing. Oh, hey, got one of your arms. Oh, I see the trouble. You got your 2 arms, but then... Okay. You got your 2 arms. Ah! Oh, I had another one of those, yeah! Ah! Come here, bring me your shoulder. You got your 2 arms, but then you got your centerpiece as well. Oh, fuck. Oh, these are so mean! Ah, you can't. How do I go down? I don't know how to go down. Okay. Okay. So I have... Yes, continue. I have one of those. I have one of the Talismans of Rebirth. And I've also got that. I need to head back to the Muramasa statue. I need to get at least some healing items in order if I'm going to do that. Okay. Because that just goes into the end. Like, based on my recollection of it, like the fight that we were just doing. It's that. Oh, right, you guys, what's up? It's that, and then it's the end of the game. Okay, you guys need to chill. Chill out. Thanks. Okay. The best weapon for dealing with you guys is the Vigorian Flail. Cool. I don't need more money. I got plenty of money. I just need to get back down to Muramasa's shop. Get out of here. Leave me alone. Come on. No, 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 no. Yeah! Come on. There we go. Necks are for nerds. It's true. It's a true thing. Necks are for nerds. Couldn't agree more. I'm just saying I don't know a single nerd that don't have a neck. Alright, you need to get it. Okay, you guys. No, no, no. Uh-uh. 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 Damn it! Why'd they give her jiggle physics for no damn reason? Oh, did they? I didn't even notice if they did that. I wasn't really paying attention. Ah, well, I'll have to buy another Talisman of Rebirth. It's fine. They cost like 10,000, 12,000, I think. I have a fair amount of money. I think this is the opening floor. Alright. Back to Muramasa, and based on what I remember, the closest way to get to him is to head just straight back to his shop. They have jiggle physics, I imagine, because everything in this game that is a woman is unfortunately devastated by the male gaze. As much as I'm fine with fan service, and anyone that's been watching this playthrough up until this point will know this, as much as I'm fine with fan service, Team Ninja's specific brand of fan service often sort of rubs me the wrong way. Any of you guys gonna come in and try to get a little nibble? Gonna come in and get a little nibble there, silverfish. There we go! Ha! No, 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 no. Oh, Alox, thank you so much! Okay. You guys gotta get off. Here we are. No, no way! You'll murder me. These fish are relentless. Okay. Seeing their type of fans are so bad about it. Needless jiggle physics. Women look like they are just there to fulfill somebody's fetish as a part, instead of... How to put this? In their games, usually the men and everything else about the setting, for the most part, looks like it's adhering to some kind of in-universe logic, like everything makes sense, takes itself relatively seriously, but the women look like they're dressed up because somebody wants to ogle them, and like normally, you know, that's just anime, but in Team Ninja stuff, it's particularly gratuitous, in my opinion. Okay, I need to just head for Muramasa. If you've seen Rachel, if you want to like look her up online, she's from this game, like, she looks like that, whereas the main antagonists are all like these grungy, hardcore, but usually fully armored ninja or spirits or samurai. But all the women in the game, even if it's nonsensical, they all have like extreme jiggle physics going on. They're dressed in basically dominatrix gear. It's just disproportionate, and I'm sure people are tired of hearing me talk about it at this point, but I think it's important, if you're going to be someone, like myself, who does really enjoy fan service, it's important to know when it becomes just outright disrespectful. Like, it's good to know when it's in good fun, ow, and when it's crossing a line into just being objectifying. Oh, this is bad. Gotta get in there. Thank God. Oh, thank God. Well, yeah, DOA, and it's the same company. Oh, okay. Can anything be upgraded? I guess technically the wooden sword. Okay. Maximum of these. Thanks. Maximum of these. Thanks. And 2 Talismans of Rebirth? Yes. I can hold 1 more. Which means I need to go out. Old Jade Owl, thank you for the sub! Yeah, exactly. You get it now, Arcane. And it just... And it's also the way that they treat them, like... Rachel, when she shows up, really comes across as if she should be this, like, really badass toe-to-toe demon hunter that should stand beside Ryu. But she has all of one scene where she takes out 1 demon, and every appearance she has after that depicts her as being incredibly inept, which is upsetting. Yeah, sexy shouldn't be the only redeeming trait. Yeah, my thoughts on it is, like, fan service is fine, but, like, Gurren Lagann, for example, is a show that I love to bits. It's my favorite standalone anime. Like, I adore it. And I find the fan service in it's fine because A, it's congruent with everything around it. Like, it's... You could argue whether or not male fan service is the same as female, and whether or not, like, people like Kamina, like, are the same thing as Yoko. There's a large discussion to be had there, certainly. But the fact is that, in the world, they look like they belong in the same place. It's also not the only characteristic that they have. There we go. Whereas in this, not so much. Okay, my goal right now is to get enough money that I can get 1 more Talisman of Resurrection. And then maybe also 1 more of the, I'm gonna do that. I need the Vigorian Flail again. Because I'm gonna have to go after the Ghost Fish. Fan service can be used wisely. And, in the past few years, my opinion of that has changed a lot. Like, even if you watch back through, like, Solar Shadow, or even, like, early Vestige, you can, this is, just gonna disclaimer this is not me throwing shade at our former character artist, Vin, versus our current one, Hasme, because it might end up sounding like I'm coming off that way, but I'd like to note that I'm not. Oh, shit. Fuck. You guys really aren't the heavy hitters. I don't want to spend so much time on you. But you notice we used to have a somewhat more fan servicey style because I think there's a lot more of an idea of like a bunch of people hanging around, having access to the resource that was, you know, getting a lot of character art done. We were sort of testing the waters, seeing where we stood. But you'll notice when we switch over to Hazme, things slowly start to deviate and become more about like, yeah, people like in full armor and stuff. And that was a deliberate choice on my part. I wanted to step away. That's a waste. I wanted to step away from being overly fan servicey. So whenever we... Oh, that's a horrible waste. Whenever we switched over to Hazme, I took it as an opportunity to rebrand somewhat. There we go! And I don't regret doing it, because I'm still fine with fan service. To see characters that show up that are still, like, pretty, like, wow. Which is fine, and I'm never gonna say it's not fine. But, it's not the thing you should focus on. Characters should have something else going on that you look at that's neat about them, not just the way they look. Like, we don't want our D&d games, we don't want Nat19 to come across as, like, you know, the Queen's Blade of D&d. You know what I mean. Hey, Amarath, how you doing? God, that gives a lot. Everything is fan service, nothing is. Yeah, there's also that. It's whenever everything is kind of fan service. Like Scandal, I'll never go back on that choice. Like, for example, I stand beside Scandal's witch outfit as I love Scandal and everything about her. I will never, ever be like, no, that was from a different era. Because, like, that was super intentional. But there's some things that I, you know, would go back and I'd redesign so we can take it more seriously. Some characters that I would redesign so they can be taken more seriously. Damn. No, it's such a... Stop it. But I like where we are now. I think it's important to be aware of what you're doing, especially when you're in a position where a lot of people watch you. I think it's important to be aware of objectification, especially for us. Especially for somebody like me. So I don't accidentally fall into anything. Scandal's Original Look is one I never got, like everyone else seems. Well, that's fair. It's not for everyone. It's not that it's fan servicey that I stand by it. It's that it is who she is. Her initial outfit and how she looks and carries herself has a lot to do with the tactics she uses, with her opinion of herself. Bam. Yeah. Jayla kinda gets it. Yeah. Come on, you. Obviously, like with DMS, for example, we pull that back a bit, because, like, that's kind of the style of the world, is that everything's a little bit more fan-servicey, because it's DMS. But even then, I'm trying not to steer directly into everything, being like, alright, that's an excuse for everyone to have their boobs out. Like, it's still done in such a way where it's pointed. Lilith is a particularly gratuitous example of fan service, because that's what works for her concept. And, you know, Marile is the way Marile is, because that's what Anna wants to do. And I'm fine with it, we're all fine with it, we all know what it is. If something crosses a line in-game, we check in, which, you know, everyone's already seen us do once before with the succubus stuff. Alright. This is like the best place to level up in this game, to get stuff. Click. Yeah, fuck. There we go. No, no, no. Ah. Can sometimes be unforgiving, though. Nope. There we go. Come get me, boys! But yeah, just whenever you're a little group of entertainers that has access to getting as much art done as we can, I think it's important to be aware of, like, what message you're sending. Yeah, I agree, Arcane. I'm glad that that comes across. Grinding the ghost fish? Grinding the ghost fish! Because each time we do this, we're getting, like, a solid 10,000 or so. Like, I already have enough that I could replenish all of my healing items if I needed to. I think, in my opinion, from what I know of this game, this is effectively the best place to level. There we go. Actually, now that I think about it, do I have the accessories armlet? Is that the one that... Yes, that makes yellow essence worth more. Vigorian Flail plus this is the best way to go, because usually as long as you got a combo going, they can't power their way through it. And if you manage to get your big attack off on one of them, it increases the amount you get from them. Ba-bam. Next thing, 57,000. I'm gonna get up to 100,000, and then I'm gonna go back. Why are there infinite ghost fish? I'm not sure. They just respawn if you leave and come back in, so. Ah, that was a waste. Sometimes you mess up. And that's life. And sometimes you do that. And that's also a mess up. And sometimes they leave you alone for no reason, like that. Sometimes you mess up so much the world just throws you a bone. There we go, that was solid. Then that wasn't. I think if you can get, like, a charge going, I think that they stop trying to come near you. I think that's the way it works. Cool. They seem to get nutty when you start moving. Yeah, they do. They become ghost fish. It's true, I killed them, and then their ghosts return exactly here to continue haunting. As ghost fish. Give me this. Thank you. Ah. There we go. I imagine the replacement here must have been at least a little bit intentional. Ah. Fuck. They feel very piranha-y. They do. You're right. Open this up. Huh. Later, booster. But yeah, just to bring it back to it, that's why I have like a weird relationship with games like this, because I love how challenging these games are. I love the general style of them. The fiction's pretty cool. It's very style over substance, which I'm usually into. But then just every time a woman shows up, I'm very like, alright, here we go. I don't think any game series, any universe, well, that's not true. Things like Queen's Blade do exist. There's not many things that make me feel as much like, women are objects as this game does. But it's also a very cool game. So, you know. Alright, one more time, then we're gonna head back to Muramasa. Ghostfish give, and Ghostfish take sometimes. The giving is disproportionate to the taking. It's true. The main thing is, like, if you get too cautious... Oh, geez. I just got an achievement for money. If you get too cautious... you can sometimes... The orbs fade away. Damn. Ha-ha! Alright. Who's that? Okay, I got max money. I'm guessing that's what the achievement was for. Equipment. I don't care. I don't care about any of you. Oh, again, thank you guys so much for the subs. You're so supportive. We're already at 25. We're already a quarter of the way to the first goal. For the whole month. I'm excited to eventually release them, which is why I'm not going to pretend that there's any major, urgency. Like, if you guys... Ow. Well, ow. Yeah, if we don't hit the goals this month, they will eventually come out in the Type Moon book. So that'll be a long time from now, but they will. Do we see more of the Talons VODs from Relic Tenebros, or is he just it? Currently in game, if you want a spoiler, he's the only one that's shown up, I believe, depending on where you are. You may know some stuff. The thing I'll tell you is what I'll tell everybody. Just because they showed up doesn't mean the game is all about them. They're in the world doing their own stuff, but the Talons are all individual people at this point. Let's replenish. First thing is one of these. Bunch of these. These. I got 65,000. What I want to do... Wooden sword. Wooden sword. Wooden sword. We're one away from it. It's too tempting, I have to do it. I'm sorry. Honestly, I think if I do that, I'll have basically 100% of the game. Leave me alone. I don't want you! I don't want you. Alrighty. You're just looking forward to someone getting a Gundam? It's always funny to me seeing how people, like, conceptualize and imagine these things. Because obviously I have my one idea, and I as the DM, I try not to tint anything in any particular way, you know? Like, I'm not trying to lead anyone to think any certain thing. So when people say, like, ah, yes, the Gundam, I'm very much like, nah, that's a cool way for you guys to think about it. If that makes it more fun to visualize kind of what it is, then that's super neat. I only said Gundam originally because I was trying to infer the scale of the thing. Fuck! I think that's super fun. I know that Izzy, and he said this much in Chat19, Izzy's very, like, because he knows I love Gurren Lagann so much, he's apparently really hoping it's gonna be, like, a very gunman sort of thing, and, I mean... I may disappoint him if he thinks it's gonna be a Gurren Lagann kind of situation. Like, as cool as super robots in our D&D might be. I don't know if this is exactly the time. Though, you know, I'm doing a Devil May Cry game, so I'm not gonna say it's something I would never look into. A long time ago, fun fact, it wasn't made for D&D, but I did write a campaign breakdown for a Gurren Lagann campaign that took place after Gurren Lagann, like in the far future of it. And I can't go into details, really. Oh, I got an achievement for using the flail. I can't go into details in case I ever decide to make something out of it, but I'm just saying that mostly to be like, I've put thought into it. I've thought of stuff. There's definitely stories to be written about Gurren Lagann. I definitely am of a mind where I don't want to do anime-based games these days, if I can avoid it. But, yeah, who knows? Inspiration strikes. I'm doing a DMC game, so I'm not gonna act like I'm above anything. I do really like Vestige, though. If I can stick in the Vestige world, for games, I will. It's been a lot of fun so far. As long as people continue to have fun with it, I'll continue trying to expand it. And I'm having a lot of fun with the game design elements, with like making subclasses and stuff related to it to put out for people. Because people really seem to like them, and I can't give specifics, but I learned I've gotten some work doing game dev stuff outside Nat19. Which has been really fun. Like, I'm doing actual game design for a system that's being made that is really... It's coming along. Some distractions have made it so it's not happening at a breakneck pace because of the people making it, myself included, having hectic schedules, but heckin', it's fun. And it's not just like a bunch of friends working on a system thing, it's like... It's for a relatively large IP, which is why I can't talk about it more. I can only say that I am working on it. So, that'll be cool when I can talk more about it. Do I have 40,000? 63,000! Man, I just, like, lost track. I just, like, went inside my own head, and suddenly had 60,000. You like the idea that when spellcasters are high enough level, they're on a watch list? I think it adds a cool dynamic to being a caster in my games. In Vestige, you have to worry about the law, depending on what kind of caster you are, and it adds an element, I think, that is different from other D&D games, but very simple. That's fun. And it's easy enough to avoid, you know, being arrested. You just gotta hide that you can do certain levels of magic, which, you know, just presents certain challenges. I find most of the fun things about D&D are things that make you think about it differently, without requiring you to entirely change your understanding of it. Hey, come here. 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 Come here, you stupid fish. Come here, you little floaty bastard. Come on over here, you aquatic, flying, undead menace. Thank you. You driven me off to go and read this up class for raised I've been thinking about for books. Well, that's cool. I'm very glad. Heckin', that's where creativity sparked, man. You're watching something you enjoy, or you're reading something, and one idea just nests itself in your brain, and then later on, another idea collides with it, and you end up with something that was, even if it's not greater than the sum of its parts, you end up with an experience where you applied yourself, and you learned, and you made some stuff. And over time, if you do that enough, as long as you keep checking in with yourself and like comparing what you're doing to what existed before it, and making sure you don't get in too much of an echo chamber, eventually you learn more and more and more, and you make things that are better and better and better. I need to get to 9999. I will not be able to forgive myself if I don't. Welcome to Logan Rambles about Vestige whilst killing fish. That's what this stream is. Ah! Okay. Anyone else want some? Alright. Yep, 9999999. Let's go upgrade the wooden sword up to its final form. Which people have been asking me to do the entire time I've been playing. The Dancing Sword Boy. I kind of wish I could have done more with Rickart, but I'm also happy that Spence had fun, so I don't really regret it. Because his stuff, if given a little bit more time, could have cascaded into being a much larger issue, where the storms could have become absolutely massive and had a ton of hit points and whatnot. But it just never went down that way. He managed to finish him off quick enough. Alrighty. Out of my way. Let's do this. Alright, you guys ready? I've been asked since the start of this to upgrade this thing. So this is the base form of the wooden sword, which has cost me about as much as upgrading every other weapon in the game together. And now it's that. It is, I believe, most people consider it to be the best weapon in the game. It actually gets stronger as you lose hit points, which is a neat touch. Let's buy everything. Maximum Great Devil Elixirs. Maximum Elixirs of the Devil Way. Maximum Elixirs of Spiritual Life. Let's do this. The paddle for the battle. I mean, we could try to use it, certainly. You like that you have melee spellcasters? Well, that's what the Pedal Knight is. I do too. I really like it when, like, sorcerers and whatnot are more combat-based. Yeah, but the Pedal Knight is very much down that line of, like, do you want effectively a light weapon fighter, but also a caster? The Path of the Progenitor Sword Saint is that. Yeah. Let's see if we can just pass the swordfish. Swordfish, ghostfish. Nope, they're not letting us pass. I'm going to use them to heal, is what I'm going to do. Did it give me an achievement for upgrading that thing? If not, I'm surprised. There we go. To me, the progenitor looks like it has too much going on. I don't know what you mean. It's got the normal sword saint stuff, and then it has warlock spells on top of it. Everybody has a different idea of what subclasses should do, so that might kind of factor into what you're talking about. But, I mean, if you're talking about things that have too much going on, you must hate the druid. The druid by far has more actively going on just as a base class than most other classes do, like with subclasses. Everything's optics. I think it's interesting, actually, and that's one of the things I pay attention to when I talk to different people about D&D, is a lot of people come to their own conclusion as to what the standard should be for what classes and whatnot should do. And then I find they judge homebrew and third-party content by that standard. Like, there's some people who think that, for example, champion fighters don't do enough. And that they're a waste of a class. But then there's other people that like them just fine, like me. Like, I make stuff that's got a lot of options, because that's kind of my prerogative. But there's a lot of... But I also really like the champion fighter, and I have absolutely no problem with everything it does. Which apparently is an unpopular opinion. But there's a lot of people, like in that opinion, for example, like, by the optics of has too much going on, a lot of people seem to come to those conclusions and treat them as if that's a fact about the game, ignoring the things like warlocks and druids have a ton of moving parts. Looks like a lot of MDMs would shy from it. And if they do, then they can. I think it's reductive, but if a DM doesn't want to have a third-party thing at a table, then that is their thing to do. No one can tell them that they're wrong. It's just very interesting to me where people draw the lines, because it's so clearly based on people mistake what they enjoy in D&D for what D&D should be. Again, if you've watched Princes at all, or if you're watching Vestige, then you've seen Vogan. You've seen how quickly he burns through things. Heck, and I think the classes that have things like Superiority and I going on, they inherently have way more going on. The brief psionic classes, though they haven't been officially picked up, they got way more going on. Most casters, sorcerers, meta magic, like, most classes have a function that complicates them. Alright, here we go. Back at the top. But yeah, it's just interesting to me. D&D is something that seems to bring out very extreme opinions in people, and I'm not saying that that's what you did just now, but there's a lot of people that get really uppity about what they can do in D&D versus what they want D&D to do versus... Well, no, I guess not verse, but... And then they take those opinions and they apply them very, very critically to third-party content, as if there's a difference between text written on paper from one person and another. And obviously, there's a conversation to be had there of, like, yeah, the people that are hired by wizards, in theory, like, they understand the fundamentals of the game, like, they're to be trusted. But creators are just creators, is the main thing. Once a person has proven they understand game balance, it's all just a matter of flavor. Like, Wizards gave us the Hexblade Warlock, and Wizards gave us, heckin', Wildfire Druids. Not Wildfire, Spore Druids. Like, Wizards has given us things that are inherently not balanced. That are just straight out broken. Heckin' boop-a-doop-a-doo. Base game has a whole bunch of really busy stuff. Like, I come back to Druids. I will always come back to Druids. Druids are They have so much going on that they even intimidate me. I want to play one so I can, like, get by it more, but they have so many moving parts that it's ridiculous if you're playing them correctly. Yeah, with the Sword Saint, most of what you have to worry about is just they have a point resource, and though it may seem like they have a lot going on within it, they just have a lot of options until they run out, and then once they run out, then not so much. And then they kind of just become fighters, with subclass abilities added on top. And the Progenitor, all it really has going on top of it is it's got packed spell slots that come from it, which, if you've ever played a Warlock, it's the same progression, but slightly slower. You didn't realize Spore Druid had access to Wild Shape, and you thought it was really good. Yeah. I probably should have had chat on screen if I was gonna have a one-on-one chat with, like, you know, you guys like this, but it is what it is. I think people can probably infer most of what's being said from what I'm saying. Everyone's being very civil and straightforward. Yeah. It's interesting. I've heard about certain tables. So people like our stuff, and I'm very happy about that. Like I've heard about a lot of tables where people have been playing stuff that I've released that they've had a lot of fun with it, and that makes me super duper happy, because that's all I want, really. But I've also heard about some people say that their DMs looked at things and they called it unbalanced, but then couldn't really back up why, or they had an issue that they didn't really elaborate on, and it just strikes me as odd that a lot of people that play D&D, DMs in particular, get really touchy, and I think that they really need to, we all do, and I need to as well. DMs need to practice letting go. And they need to practice, oh my god. Well, this is gonna be this. It might be. It might be in my best interest. It might be in my best interest to focus. They gotta practice not being intimidated by the cool things other people are making. They're done. Because DMs get really uppity about their style and their players respecting their table and what they do. And I find it's actively damaging to a lot of people, and it's where ego starts to come onto things! Okay. Oh my lord! Stop doing that! Oh my god. I know how to dodge it. Like, the thing is, I know you gotta do this. But, like, I keep forgetting. Come here. Give me a shoulder. Oh, I should have gone onto that. I try to think of third party. Bam. I'll read that in a sec, Don. Sorry. Okay, I try to think of third party is to trust your player not to cheat, because when you add a bunch of new stuff, it can be hard to remember. True, yes. Although that can be said of, like, base game stuff. Like, as you can never remember everything in D&D. It's just the nature of the game. It just is what it is. Like, we forget about small vanilla stuff all the time. I find the Artificer you want to talk about a class with too much stuff going on. The Artificer needs to calm the hell down, go on vacation, and come back after taking a breath fresh of air, man. Artificers were just born to be complicated. And, like, the upsetting thing about it, and I like them, and obviously I'm happy that Izzy enjoys them so much. The upsetting thing about the Artificer, or Artificer, if you want to say it wrong, is the fact that most of the work is put on the DM. Especially when you're playing with something like Fantasy Grounds. Like, most of the work is front-loaded onto the DM, because the DM has to be the one who's gonna figure out, like, alright, if my player on the fly says I want to build this magical item, I need to think of a creature. I need to think of what creature they need to go hunt down in the items, and I have to do the math, because most players don't put in the work to do that. I think I've basically gotten used to this boss. I mean, I'm still getting hit by it and stuff, which, you know, that sucks. But I think I've basically gotten used to what they do. Actually, now that if I tried it a couple more times, I probably would have. The Artificer's just text, man. It's just nothing but text. It's an essay. It's an essay in character format. And it's fun and it's cool, but it's just so much. And like, they have so many abilities that require so much go on at once. You think I charged an attack? I can move around while charging attacks? Damn. Ugh. Come on. Come on, you. Come on. Almost gotcha. Yeah, if I'd given this, like, maybe 2 more tries, I probably out its patterns without having to go back and get items. But we got the big old wooden sword! So no regrets! With how much stuff there is for a D&D in D&D in general, really easy for someone to pull something. That's very true. I've had a lot of players who try to prey upon people's inability to remember things. Oh. Alright. Okay. Oh my god, that's such a 90s sound effect! Oh, fuck. Oh, did I? Okay. How do I hurt you? Do I even have any of these? Yeah, I do. This works well enough. Until I run out of stuff. I imagine if I use magic when it's coming at me. Oh god. No, hold on. No, 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 no. Uh-oh. The main thing to do here is to shoot past. There we go. It's probably a better way to do it, but that's how I'm choosing to do it. No, that fucking 90s ass sound effect. I remember hearing that a bunch in Reboot and in Beast Wars. Oh, jeez. Are we human again? Did that make us human? Hey, Dark Dragon Sword, how you doing? I know there's one more battle ahead of us. Ah, I remember Beast Wars. Love Beast Wars. Alright, go ahead. Give me a bad rank. It took me a long time to clear it. I know I didn't do well. Give me Ninja Dog or something. Well, that's a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting Master Ninja. I feel like you might be lying to me a little bit. I'm no Master Ninja. I'm not a little bit of Master Ninja, but I'm a little bit novice ninja at best. I'm just learning what it is to be. Ryu has defeated the evil Vigor Empire. And the Dark Dragon Blade is out of the reach of the fiends. Now, Ryu must quickly escape the depths before the caverns come crashing down around him. On him, but, you know, same diff. Is that actually happening? Is that a thing that's occurring, or is that just flavor text? I have just locked us in to the rest of the game. Is the area actually detonating, or am I dealing with traps? They're gonna be a trap? A little bit of a trippy trap? Or is that gonna happen as soon as I grab the blade? Because that's my presumption here. What a big sword. It's a heckin'... It's a fucking Nodachi on crack. Alright, is this where the cavern's gonna start being like... Oh, hey, Rachel! Nice to see you. Yep, there it is. There's what we were talking about earlier. Do I gotta go through there, I assume? Oh, I gotta go through. Bye, Rachel! I didn't make it! How'd I go about picking the guest players for Suicide Squad? They were people I wanted to play with, and people that were available to play with. There was no real method to it. Chase, really wanted to be in Nat19 things. Yeah, Master Ninja, right? Chase has really wanted to be in Nat19 things whenever he can. He said as much. Eric always likes playing with us. I really wanted to play with Corinne again. Tosh has always been a close friend of ours, so I wanted to get them more involved. It's basically just, you know, people that we got around us that we want to get involved that don't have as many chances to play D&d or haven't played D&d with us. It's just mostly a matter of... Yeah, and then Rachel shows up. Okay. Try the second. There we go. And then... Thank God these things are here and nowhere else. There we go. Oh, yep, alright. Oh yeah, we're getting more collapsy now. I say we're getting more collapsy. I mean, I still don't feel like I'm in danger. But, you know, good collapsing has happened. Come on. Okay. Coming up we go. No, Ryu, that is the wrong way. You had the wrong idea just now, my ninja friend. I gotta go over there. And then, finally... And we're not done yet. Thanks. Good job, being a zipline. Doing a thing that Ryu's definitely capable of doing without you. Now, how'd that happen? Wait, what is her outfit? Right? Right. What is her outfit? Like, what did she come here for?
Ryu, I expected nothing less. However, the power of the Dark Dragon is wasted on you.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you see? The Dark Dragon is now truly an evil blade. His Excellency,
Your
the
voice
Dark
is just a
Side
little bit racist.
has been waiting for this very moment.
Alright.
You've done well, Gamoth.
Huh?
Oh no. I cared for him so. Oh. I just hope this guy isn't someone that I have a kind of master! No way!
The Dark Dragon is mine. No objections, I presume.
Alright. Okay, I'd like you to calm down real quick. Thanks. Calm down. I will continue to use magic until a time comes when I feel you have adequately calmed. You are a dangerous boy. But I have a lot of Ninpo. And for that reason and that reason alone, I am not terribly concerned. Yes. See, I have many of these. And though they don't do much damage on their own, if I continue to use them, I will surely whittle down most of your health bar. I'll be left with a very small amount of it that I'll have to deal with myself. And that's fine. That's an acceptable loss. But the fact of the matter is, I have access to the— Ow! I have access to the— I didn't use it! I have access to the item shop, and you do not. And that will make all the difference. I have only... Okay, well I don't have that, so I'm gonna go ahead and grant you that. I do not have whatever that was. What? All right, and calm down. Listen, you'll get your turn. You will get a chance. We will fight properly. Just give me a memo. I need to whittle you down. Last one. All right, here we go. I did it! With my own 2 hands! With my strength, I've struck you down! With the single attack that I had to make during that fight! Well. I did it. I've always loved that. Just destroys it. I feel like the sound design should have been a bit more critical there. There should have been a bit more of a ka-chow noise of a sword being destroyed. Hey, INA, you would have been a much better character to have around instead of Rachel. Like, you're wearing weird thigh chainmail, which is, you know, impractical, but like, you're an acceptable level of fanservice-y as opposed to Rachel. Hey! Get out of here.
It's over.
Ugh. Caca. Ba-bam. And that's this game. Night, new type. Well, our master destroyed our shrine, killed our bae, took our sword, and left. And we went through the wonderful character arc of wanting revenge and then getting it. What a story. What a classic story. Oh, the ending doesn't even show Rachel's, like, one really cool moment. It wants to show the one where she gets gadoinked by a big old demon. Is there anything else after this, or is this the end of the stream? I'm probably going to stop here. I mostly just wanted to finish this off. But I think, if it lets me save, I'm pretty sure because I have all 50 Scarabs, I think it lets me use the Dark Dragon Sword, but I don't remember. So I might want to play with that real quick. I don't know if it sends me all the way back to the start of the game, though. We got to play with our lightsaber, though ironically, we did not use it to finish the game. Like, look at this. All of this game, everything looks so, like, badass and, like, a little bit try-hardy, but really hardcore. And then, as soon as anything with Rachel comes around, it just looks like someone put their DA character into the game. Maximum Deacon, thank you so much for the sub! Give me that. It is cool to beat this again after so long, though. I might play Sigma 2 at some point. I'd like to revisit that. I remember that one being a bit more story-heavy, which I like. I don't remember if I ever finished it, though. It's true! It's true! You know, I probably could have finished him off entirely with the Ninpo if I realized that if you start using it when he charges at you, then he doesn't block it. Hiccup. If I had just realized that sooner, I probably would have just finished him off entirely with a Ninpo. See, this feels like a game that a lot like in the... This feels like a game that should have gotten the Metal Gear Rising treatment of, like, all the boss battles just having way over-the-top vocalized themes, and, like, the ending theme to the game being, like, a song that is a commentary on the cycle of war, you know? How else will you get to play the game? It's not like they have fun, crazy combat or cool... I know, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm an almost 30-year-old dude, I guess, so maybe I'm just, like, curmudgeonly and not as susceptible to fan service as I used to be. But I'm like, it almost detracts from it. Like, I know that a lot of people just, like, go for fan service immediately, and that's fine. And, you know, like what you like, and I'm not even gonna shame you for it unless it's, you know, something you shouldn't like. But, yeah, it's just... I see it, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. Fucking give me a badass samurai girl, please. That's what I want. Oh, is this where we return the jewel? Give me my badass samurai babes. That's what I want. In full samurai armor. Or at least kimonos. Make everything look like Inuyasha, but more leather. That's what I want from this game. Nice guy, Ryu. Doesn't need the power of the true dragon sword anymore, so he returns it. Badass Lady Tadakatsu. Yeah. The guy Ryu's just figured out, like, now that I've figured out I can turn into a bird, that's all I do now! Not necessarily BDSM Inuyasha, I'm not saying not that, but more just, you know, Ryu is a lot of leather. That's all I'm saying about him. A new costume has been unlocked. Funny enough, you know you're older when you go to convention in winter, see a cosplay and skimpy up and think that wanting someone give it. Yeah, right? And like, Din, you know me. I've said it a lot around you. Like, I have nothing against fan service. I love it. I don't know. It's gotta feed into something or else I'm not about it. I mostly equate fan service depending on a setting. It just seems like the setting having fun with itself. Exactly. Boobies, but with a reason. If I go back in... Oh, yes! I'm pretty sure I go through... Rachel. I can have her look like this time if I want to, which her boobs are still just like, wow. But, like, that's so much better. Wait, hold on. Did that just say... Increases health, decreases defense. I disagree. It covers more. Legendary Ninja. Classic Ultimate Ninja. Doppelganger. Increase health gauge, decreases defense. I start it again, I wonder if it'll give me the Dark Dragon sword. I'm gonna test it. Doppelganger. Formal attire, obviously. Since it covers more than the logic is that the enemy's less distracted. Come on. That's cool. It's a cool looking outfit. Alright, it does start me off with just the regular stuff, huh? My man's just helping me train. I shouldn't have done that. Well, it didn't give me the Dark Dragon sword. Did I like Yashahime? I have yet to watch it. Alright. Well, my guys, with that, I think that's pretty much going to be me for today. I might come back and start the next one at some point. But that's me. We did our 50 Scarab run. We got all the weapons. We got all the items as far as I know. I don't know if we got all the accessories, but, you know, who cares? So I'm gonna take off, and you guys, if you want, you can come back tomorrow to see Carrie and Aaron and Spencer playing more games, then Tuesday to see Cody and Eric playing games, Wednesday to see Braden and Hayden playing games, Thursday for Princes. You can chill out on Friday, and then you can come back again on Saturday for yet more Vestige. We should. Just real quick, since you're on there, is it Summoners Network or Summoner Network? I always forget. I'm gonna end the YouTube side before we do that raid. So YouTube, heck in those that have hung out, welcome to Laidback Logan. Although in this one, it's not alliteration, but it's more like Chatterbox Logan. See you guys round. Hoop, hoops ya.